Okay. Day one. We leave from the Rocket City. New York. Queens. It's not much.
You're doing cute little
but it's home.
video diary?
What? Oh, no, it's fine.
Where's your at next?
Okay, so now leaving the Rocket City. There's the rocket way up there. It's kind of hard to see because there's bush. There's the city again behind trees. Thanks, Huntsville. We're leaving. Getting on the airplane. Exciting. Landed in JFK. We've got like a layover thing to go through, and then we will be on our flight to London. So I'm super excited. Again, a little tired, but that's okay. That's okay. We got an overnight flight. We'll sleep a little. It'll be great. Hello. I am Future Peter. I'm recording this after the trip to guide you through what I may or may not have mentioned along the way. Hopefully help guide you through some of the sights we're seeing as we're driving along, because I did take a lot of driving footage, but because of the bus and the conditions therein, I couldn't talk a lot. But welcome to London. So we made it. Our first day, we got to the hotel. We were super tired. It was crazy how jet lagged we were. I could not keep my eyes open, but for some reason, we instantly went on a tour. And so what you're seeing now is bits and pieces of the Tower of London. We had a lovely tour guide. This is him right here. He was great. He walked us through a lot of the stuff. I felt so bad because I literally was so jet lagged I fell asleep on the bus. Right now he's telling us about Richard III, I believe, and his whole deal, which Shakespeare rather over dramatized, I've been told by my sister. So he wasn't the mad king that Shakespeare portrayed him as, but he's telling us that old version right now. Why don't we listen in?
The boys disappear. Richard, who was known for a sort of violent black temper, probably no one had anything to say about it, and eventually he just becomes king in 1403.
Okay, so we basically finished day one. It was mostly a travel day today, but we did end up going to Tower of London, and that was really cool. We got to see a lot of history stuff. Didn't get to talk very much because big crowds and I'm not good at vlogging. But now we've made it to our small little hotel room here, and that's day one of London. Tomorrow we should be doing the Windsor Castle and just a morning tour of London. So looking forward to that. I will see you tomorrow. Starting day 2, hello, and we're going on a bit of a tour of London. We've got a rainy day outside. I don't know if you can see that, but going to see some of the sights. Yay! We've arrived at Buckingham Palace. It's over there. Quite magnificent. St. Paul's Cathedral. There it is up there. Big old dome and all that. Lovely fence too. Rather sharp. Wouldn't want to fall on that. gonna do a bit of a tour. Exciting.
Feed the birds, tuppence a bag, tuppence, tuppence, tuppence a bag.
This is something we stumbled upon just by sheer happenstance. I'm gonna tell you more about it in a second. Long story short, it's the practice for the celebration of the monarch's birthday, and we got to see it. It was incredible. Right now I'm gonna let you listen to the bagpipes which played in the parade. They're so good. Look at them. Look at the lads. Yeah. Alright, there's a little taste of Scotland for you. As I was saying, this is the rehearsal for the celebration / parade of the monarch's birthday. Now, England celebrates the monarch's birthday in June, regardless of when the actual queen or king's birthday is. This was established a long time ago with like a George or a Henry or somebody. And so, as you can see, we've got royal carriages marching, but the monarchs aren't there. The high-ranking officials aren't attending the practice. Just all the soldiers, all the musicians, everything is in its place as it's going to be on the actual day, except the king and queen, basically. Or the queen. So all these troops you see on horseback here are actually soldiers. So every single one of them is an enlisted soldier in the British Army. All the ones that were marching earlier are Her Majesty's infantry, and all these ones on horses, whether they're playing instruments or not, are actually the royal tanks. So because horses are now obsolete in warfare, the tank division, rather than rolling in on their tanks through the parade, still use the traditional horses, which most consider to be the predecessor to the modern tank in military combat. But all these guys know how to drive a tank and well, and right now you can hear their hooves. It was incredible. When you have that many horses in one place, you just get this sound, and it's so cool on the streets. Just thought I'd let you listen to that, but it was really neat being able to see this. This right here is what's going to be the royal carriage, I believe, where the queen herself would ride. The carriages beforehand were more like cabinet members, or at least what I would call cabinet members, because I'm an American. Yay. But again, more troops. These are officers, I believe, riding through, and then after them we have some pretty standard redcoats. And that about does it for London. We did take a trip to Windsor Castle, which was exciting. We got there a few days, less than a week after the royal wedding took place, so there was still a lot of festivities. There it is in the distance, Windsor Castle. It was a really cool castle, in every sense of the word. I mean, look at that. Just completely old medieval architecture at its finest. Super cool, but that about does it for London, so tune in next time for Paris.